Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a comparison between the fully modded VCube 6 with the pins and the sanding and all the terrible stuff people don't like to do, and the Shengshou 6x6, which is already, I both modded these, but I modded this one, someone else modded this a lot more intensely than me, or than this one. This one I only did like little tiny holes on the corners and I sanded down little bumps that I saw in the Shengshou 6x6. So let's go on with the comparison. The price comparison. This is about $44 as I last checked. I'm not too sure. That was when I bought it from Amazon a long time ago. And this I bought for $20. So there's a big gap price. But it's kind of an iffy subject. But this has a huge difference between prices. So people are gonna only buy something because of the price and not the quality sometimes. So yeah, and this is probably a touchy subject since V-cubes and Shengshous are battling against each other of which is a better cube. So yeah, let's get on to it. The size comparison between it's a little bit bigger than the V-cube. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. Nothing really, it's just a little bit bigger, and it's a little bit smaller. You can feel it. You can feel it in the hands when you're solving it. The sticker quality. Both of these were replaced. This is with CubeSmith standard sets, but before the stickers, these stickers kind of sucked and they weren't really great. Actually, with the standard set, it's actually brighter, the green and the blue. The standard set was even darker. The one I got, it was even darker. I don't know why. But for this one, I don't know. But usually it comes with V-Cube sticker sets. So yeah, the quality of stickers and the colors were pretty nice, but they came with tiles instead. So yeah, and they're also, I think, yeah, the texture just like my VCube 5. The turning between these two are very different. This is really smooth, and all the layers are really smooth except for these inners. These inners are a little sluggish, but you get used to them. The V-Cube, I did lubricate this with some Lubix and some CRC. It's a little bit stiff, but it's still pretty fast. Outer layers are nice. I like the outer layers the most. The second layers, they're also pretty nice, but they're a little stiff, not very stiff. Kind of like, they feel just as stiff as these little inner layers. They're a little stiff, but not too stiff to where it's aggravating. And the inner layers, yeah, they're actually okay. This one's fine. Their inner layers are actually okay. They're not terrible. They're acceptable. So yeah, they're pretty nice. And the feel of these, this feels really kind of clicky sounding, and it feels smooth, but it has a little catching in between it. I don't know. This feels like there's pretty much no catching. It feels really smooth. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have. The turning quality and the feel of these two cubes are. The mechanism of them, well, since Shengshou is kinda a V-Cube knockoff, not really. There are some aspects that are not V-Cube, but overall there is a V-Cube similarity, but I'm not getting into that. Here is an edge piece of a V-Cube 6. There's a little bit of crap in there. And, and here is the Shengshou. Shengshou on the left and V-Cube on the right. So you can see they're pretty similar, except for this little thing to prevent the edge piece from popping. Yeah. See, it's pretty similar. Let's dig a little deeper. Here is the center corner piece of a VCube 6 on the left and Shengshou on the right. As you see, I did sand this down, as I did with the edge piece right here. I did sand this down. Unlike the V-Cube, I did not. As you can see, this is a little sharp right here. I don't know why it's really angled. It's pretty angled. I don't know why. And the last one, let's just check out these little center edges. Come on. It's difficult. Whatever, I'm gonna get the Shengshou. No wonder I like the Shengshou better sometimes. Alright, here is the V-Cube on the right and the Shengshou on the left. Oh, there you go. A little dust on there, hold on. So you see, the V-Cube does not have that little extra point to prevent popping. And this is just plain. The mechanism's also a little different. Instead of using just the V-Cube cores and like regular core, they have this inner core with the 2x2 mechanism, just like the 7x7 with the 3x3 and the 8x8 with the 2x2 also. Let's talk about the pops and lockups. Now, the Shengshou does lock up quite a bit for me. I have lubricated this with Lubix, by the way, just letting you guys all know. But it does pop pretty intensely and lock up. It does pop. I've had, in my first 6x6 solve, for nationals, I did have these two, actually these two, and then an inner edge piece pop on me. I don't know why, but this cube has a very good tendency to pop, even with those anti-pop mechanism things, which I think are the sole purpose, because they keep like hitting each other and locking. So yeah, they do pop. This thing does pop quite intensely, and it's locking up. It doesn't really, it actually locks up quite a bit too, but I guess that's for me swapping turning because it's super smooth and nice to turn, I guess, but it does pop quite a bit. I don't know why. This Shengshou 6x6 just likes to pop. I have no idea why. The V-Cube 6, I've only had about 2 pops ever on this so far. And I have been using this quite intensely. I've been switching more to this than to this. Yeah, and the lockups, it doesn't pop actually. I've only had like 2 pops on it. But lockups, it doesn't really lock up. It does sometimes occasionally lock up by like these. You can't reverse cut or anything like that. But it's fine. I guess I have to get used to the 6x6 feel of where you can't really have to rely on mostly corner cutting. You have to rely on mostly accurate turning. I guess that's what I have to get used to. But overall, both cubes are popping. This pops a lot, I think. It does on me, at least. I don't know for some other people. And lockups, it does lock up quite a bit too. But here, I haven't had many pops or lockups on this. No major ones, really. It doesn't do like the V-Cube 5 lockup that much. And let's talk about the corner cutting of this. So I'm going to start with the outer layers. So let's go line to line, traditional. It kind of locks up on there. Alright, let's try a little bit under line to line. It's pretty good. Yeah, let's just keep going. Shengshou, and then 2 layers in the outer cutting. Yeah, it kind of locks up there too. And here. Alright, line to line's pretty good. Oh, no. It doesn't really cut. It cuts under line to line, but anything to line to line starts locking up. Now let's just go inner here. Corner cut about here. Yeah, actually cut line to line there. Let's try inner to inner layer. It can't quite cut line to line. It can quite cut 2/3 of a cubie. So, corner cutting overall, I think it's acceptable. It's not bad. Corner cutting is not terrible or good. It's okay. Now V-Cube, let's go line to line. It can't quite do it either. But well, it can. Line to line. Yeah, it can do it. Let's try pass. No, it just starts locking up and popping. That was about to be a pop. But I corner cut about that much. Let's try the same things here. Line to line here. No, it's gonna carry these pieces along with it. Try under it. It kind of still does it. Okay, cut there. And here. Cuts pretty smoothly. Alright, let's try these two layers with the middle layers. It kind of cuts. And it made about 2/3 of a cubie right there. Let's try inner to inner. Let's try, yeah, inner to inner. It's pretty nice with inner to inner layer. Doesn't really pop or anything or morph like the Shengshou does with I go inner to inner. It's just like kind of doesn't even go. Just cuts it like it's, actually cuts pretty nicely with inner to inner. Let's try, I'm already line to line. I'm actually past line to line if you can see that. Uh-oh, okay, now it's locking up. Yeah, so limit really here, the limit to all these 6x6s, or both of these 6x6s I have, are pretty much line to line, but anything past there, it will lock up and pop and demorph like 5x5 does, the V-Cube one. So yeah, and one note before I end this review is that this is adjustable and this is not adjustable. What I mean by that is that the V-Cube 6, if this is, let's say, too tight, you can't loosen it to make it feel better and turn better. But this one you can, so that's one advantage from the V-Cube to the Shengshou. I'm trying to be as non-biased as I can in this review right now. So the final recommendations or thoughts I have about these cubes, they're both actually equally okay cubes, even though this one pops and locks up a lot. If you can learn to control and turn accurately, unlike me, yeah, I think it'd be an okay cube. I think it's a pretty nice cube actually. It's smooth turning. If you like smooth cubes, if you like really intensely smooth cubes, and if you're accurate turner, like if you're on a 3x3, if you're an accurate turner and you don't have to really rely on corner cutting, then yeah, I think the Shengshou 6x6 is good for you. And plus also prices also kind of lead people towards the Shengshou, because the Shengshou is like $24, or no, I think it's cheaper than that. I think it's like $15. I think I got mine for like $16, but for $16 or $20 or $24, you can get a 6x6. So prices will drive people towards the Shengshou. But with the V-Cube, it's also very nice. It's fully modded. I like the modded feel of the V-Cube. The V-Cube, I think, in my opinion, this is replacing mostly the Shengshou, but I still will use this. But the V-Cube has taken over pretty much the 6x6 main for me. So, yeah. Pretty much, if you want to get the V-Cube, I think you have to have commitment of modding and breaking it in, which some people do not have, which I totally understand. Some people don't have because the Shengshou, because with the V-Cube 6 you have to mod the pieces because it's bumpy and all that stuff and it sucks. And the bumps kind of create the internal mechanism in misalignment. What I mean by that is the core can actually like go right here, because the 6x6 is basically a 7x7 just underneath it. So when it misaligns, it's kind of like that. And you can't turn it, but you still can turn these. So yeah, I guess if you're committed to modding and you, if you like the kind of slight, it's smooth. This cube is also smooth, but slight clicky feel. Then yeah, I think this cube would also be good for you. But you have to also be committed to mod this cube, or else if you do not mod this cube, I think it'd completely suck in my opinion. And yeah, I think it sucks completely. I think I'd just go Shengshou if you're not really committed to modding a full 6x6. So yeah, guys, that's what I think about it. Get this if you're committed to modding and you like smooth but slight clicks, and if you like really, really smooth cubes and you're really lazy, then yeah, get the Shengshou. That's what Alright guys, so that's what I think about these two cubes. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Please subscribe for more of these videos. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Bye.